cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast, and for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to another Women Wednesday. Okay, fellas, today's topic is Valentine's Day just for women? So I'm gonna go around the table here and just a simple yes or no. Is Valentine's Day just for women? And when you give your yes or your no, just explain why you feel that it should not be just for women or it should be just for women. So first, I want to start with you, Slash. Yes or no? Should Valentine's Day
or is it
just for
first,
women?
right?
Yeah. Is it just for women?
Yes, it is.
Okay, why?
Because, men very rarely take that seriously unless they have a wife or a girlfriend. So if you don't have nobody like that, you don't really, what is Valentine's Day? So yes, it is about the woman when it comes to Valentine's Day. And I think it's just another holiday that they can use to make you spend money. Okay,
so you said that if you have a wife or a woman,
that's when Valentine's Day becomes important to a man.
So are you looking at it from the standpoint of the man should be treated as such, or is it that it's important for the man to do something for his lady?
That's when the man becomes important to Valentine's Day. When it becomes, if you don't have a wife or a girlfriend, Valentine's Day, as a man, you don't care nothing about that.
Okay.
It only becomes important to you when you have a wife or a girlfriend. That's the only time Valentine's Day. So yes, it's for women. I think.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So K Money.
Yes, sir. I think it's for both. I agree with Slash. If you are in a relationship, then it's for both. But if you're not in a relationship, you really could care less about it. But I think it's for both.
Okay. Comedian 96. What's your thoughts?
I agree with Slash. I think it's for just the women. This is off topic, and this is the reason why I say, not off topic, but the reason why I say it is because I know back in the heyday, like 18 to 23, I used to make sure I would leave a girl before Christmas and date after Valentine's Day because I didn't really care about those because I know those were the women holidays for that particular reason. If I have a woman, I have to worry about those holidays. So, yeah, that's why I say I think it's particularly for women.
Okay, so as the only married guy on the panel, I think that Valentine's Day is for women. Now, here is why it's important to me, but not to receive anything. It's important to me because I know that I have a woman, and so it's tradition to provide, give, or do whatever kind gesture for your lady.
Right.
But I could care less if my lady does something for me. Mm-hmm. I could really care less.
Which again is not for men. It's for women.
That's what makes it about just the females. But I do feel that men should receive something just
Of
as
course.
well.
I mean, it
which is
should
why
be-
that's why
it's-
I'm saying that I feel it should be for both, but I do feel that it's just another day that's highly exploited for females.
Okay, so
Yeah.
real quick, Valentine's Day, you're in a relationship. Do you think the female would be expecting something?
Yes.
Yeah, of
Definitely.
course.
Definitely.
Okay, Valentine's Day, you're in a relationship. Do you think the man is expecting something?
Not
Not
necessarily.
really.
Not really.
Don't really care because see, your whole mind is set on what you got to go by.
If I get something,
You can't worry about what you gonna get. You got to worry about what you finna have to buy.
right.
You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
disappointed either way. If I get something, I'm
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
If I don't, I'm cool.
Hey,
So that actually lines up with what I said.
Yeah.
It's not really. Yeah.
I could care less if I
Right,
get
yeah.
something, but of course, let me go ahead and do something kind and nice for my wife.
Right.
Okay, so let me share some stuff with you, some legends and tales in regards to Valentine's Day. And I found this interesting, right?
Yeah.
So, legends and tales in regards to Valentine's Day. One of them is that it was a pagan festival
Of course.
in February.
Yes.
Now, what they would do is the priests would sacrifice goats for fertility, and then they would sacrifice dogs for purification. They would strip the goat hide. They would strip the goats and turn them into like their skin into like strips of hide or whatever. And then they'll dip that strip into the blood. And then what they'll do is they'll go to the streets, go out in the streets, and then they'll slap the women with the goat hide.
With the blood
They'll
on
slap the women with the goat hide. Now the women wasn't tripping because they was wanting to be slapped because that was with the goat hide. It was a sign of they believe it'll make them more fertile. And then that's during the day.
it. Yeah, that was back.
Now
in
later
that time.
on in the night, they would take their names and write their names on pieces of paper or something, and then they'll put it inside like a big vase. And then the single men, they'll go and pull a name out the vase, and whatever name they come up with, that's who they'll be with for the year.
Yeah.
For 1 year? Oh,
For a year. Well, many of those relationships turned into
the
marriages.
marriages.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. How it was a pagan festival.
But don't it sound Mardi Gras-ish? If you listen to it, it sounds a little hit them with the thing. It sounds like it's like putting the things over your neck for showing your breast. It's like the same concept.
It sounds
sound
like
Mardi
a
Gras.
ritual of some sort.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell slapping a female with goat hide.
Yeah,
blood.
they dip it in blood.
And then hit 'em
Okay,
with
because they believe that
Oh, it would make
it
them
will make
fertile.
them more fertile.
yeah.
Yeah,
And so
but-
they would go. I don't think that when we thinking of slap, I don't think it's like a hard slap.
Slap, yeah.
But it's more like a
Well,
kind of like Macaroni Tony, right, with his
Yeah,
feather.
with the feather. I get that.
Right?
Yeah.
Now,
Oh.
for our listeners, Macaroni Tony is a cat that goes around Houston.
H-Town
and
staple.
Yeah, and he takes his little feather and he's tickle and play with the women in the club or whatever the case may be. He
Yeah.
touch them with his feather. So
But no, I'm saying we done went from slapping with the goat hide to buying, to where we are now with it. It's transgression tremendously from back in the pagan days to now.
yeah, and actually I was going to be touching on that a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
No, it's good because that's what I wanted to open
Yeah.
up to. But you kind of you touched on it, but that's just what your thinking had on.
All right.
Okay, so now another thing is like in the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah.
They recognize 3 different Saint Valentines, right? Back in the day. Now, all of these Saint Valentines, they were actually martyred, right? Y'all know what martyred mean, right?
They were what?
Human.
No, they were killed.
They were
Murder.
killed.
Look at it like
martyr,
murder.
yeah.
Yeah. What it is a person that's martyred is a person who's killed for advocating or renouncing or refusing to announce or advocate their religious beliefs or whatever the case may be. So they were martyred. So they were killed, right? So the first Saint Valentine, he was a priest during the 3rd century of Rome, right? And the emperor, he decided that single men would make better soldiers than married men. But the Saint Valentine, he secretly kept marrying young couples. And when the emperor found out, he was beheaded for doing so, for marrying young couples, keeping them together. That was the first Saint Valentine, right? In the Catholic Church, right? Another Saint Valentine, he was actually a bishop. Now he was martyred also, beheaded, right? And the reason being is because he attempted to help Christians escape the harsh Roman prison conditions.
Dang.
So he was martyred. Now, the third Saint Valentine, okay, now this guy here, he was in prison and he fell in love with what believed to be one of the jailer's daughters, right? And she would visit him during his confinement. And so before he was martyred, he wrote a letter to her. And here's how he signed it. From your Valentine. And that expression still reigns true today.
Yeah, they make a card out of that.
And the moral of those 3 stories is love kills, because all of them got martyred.
Right.
Yeah, they got more now.
They sure did.
Now, France and England during during like the year 500 to 1500, it was commonly believed in France and England that February the 14th was the beginning of bird mating season. So they just went on and added the idea that it should be a romantic day.
So
a day of romance.
It means everybody should get them a bird on that day.
I'm a bird.
We should all just get a bird.
Get a
on
bird.
that day,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so fellas, with that being said, why do you guys think that guys, I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but why do y'all think that guys aren't really into Valentine's Day if they're in a relationship?
Why they aren't if they are?
Yeah, because like for me, I'm married.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is for my wife, but I'm not really. I'm not in it. You know, I take care of her and do and it's not like pulling teeth for me to do something. It's a kind gesture. I feel good about it. You know, it makes me feel good, but I'm still not really into it.
It doesn't matter. I feel you, and I couldn't tell you why, but I feel exactly what you're saying. You know, you really can't be worried about it, because what you worried about is what you gonna hear when you don't have the right thing. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by you don't have the right
So
thing?
you got some women out here, and not all women, just some women. They are on this not what I wanted for Valentine's Day. This all. You gotta understand, these people go through that, and the more money that you have on Valentine's Day, or the more, you know, and I think the richer you are on Valentine's Day, the more these women put the pressure on you to buy them what they want.
So what you're saying is that the more money you have, the more expensive the gift.
It's gonna be, because the women know you got the money. You can buy me what I really want. You know,
Yeah.
she wants the Gucci bag, the Louis bag, the whatever the bag,
Bag,
shoes,
bag.
the
You agree?
set.
You agree with that, Comedian 96?
I'm gonna say this, man. I probably got more gifts, macaroni posters made by my daughters, than I have gotten gifts from women on Valentine's Day. So
No. One second.
yeah.
Based upon what Slash just said, do you agree with what he said?
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I was just trying to reiterate. That's it.
I don't think the macaroni.
No, I
pictures
was just
gonna
trying. The
reiterate.
point I'm trying to make is I got way more gifts from my daughters than I did from any relationship. You know, because for my babies, you know, making posters and stuff.
So that-
Yeah, but did you hear the conversations between me and Slash?
He didn't hear it, man. He didn't hear it. Clearly, he didn't hear it, because you just said
we were talking about finances, which is something you don't really.
The
Yeah.
more money
talk about.
that you have,
Yeah.
the more expensive the gift
For
is going to
the
be for the
expectation.
woman.
From the woman, for me, yeah.
What she's going to expect from you, the richer that you are, she's going to
she was
expect
expecting
more.
a bigger gift.
Yeah.
I
So
agree
so
with
my
that.
question, okay, so you yes or no? Do you agree with what Slash said?
I agree with that.
No, I asked you again for the audience because I'm sure the audience probably have gotten lost.
Yeah, they might have missed
Yeah,
it.
they might have lost.
Okay, that's why I asked again. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do
I
agree with
I
what
agree.
Slash said,
Yeah.
but you just had to get your macaroni.
I had to
salad
get
out.
my macaroni poses out because I just got some emotions had set in.
Okay,
'Cause
K
I-
Money.
I
What
ain't
about
got
you?
no
man?
gifts.
Do you agree with what Slash said?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do agree. Again, and like I stated earlier, this is just another day that's somehow is being exploited for us to spend money.
Right.
I feel like, every day can be, I consider to be Valentine's Day, if I'm doing this, that, and the other. The same thing that I do on this day, there's guys that do that throughout the year.
Right.
So why pinpoint and make this day, just specifically for that reason? So,
I am glad you said that because that's what I was just about to say. If you're in a relationship, love is expressed daily
yeah.
in
Right.
different ways.
It is.
And so why is this day so special?
So then all you
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
go
Comedian
ahead and
96.
explain that to your wife or girlfriend on February 14th and don't show up with a gift.
Well, and I'm glad you said that, Comedian 96. That part right there. I'm glad you said that because you would have to ask yourself what kind of woman I'm in a relationship with.
Right.
And now, if you're in a relationship with that woman, that's your fault.
But don't you think not one time she's not expecting something?
I don't
for
care.
Valentine's Day?
100% of women, they might not say nothing, but in the back of their head,
What-
on February 14th, if nothing comes,
expecting something
Yeah.
is totally different from expecting an expensive gift based upon the finances I make.
gotcha.
So
Yeah,
if
it's
I'm
different.
if I'm a millionaire and I bring you one single rose for
Would you
Valentine's
understand
Day,
that?
Would you understand?
well, but here's the thing though. That's what I'm saying. You would have to question the woman that you're in a relationship with,
Yeah.
and if that's the case, that's your fault that you chose that kind of woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole different topic right there.
Yeah, no, think about it. That's your fault.
That's a great example, though, because
Yeah.
Valentine's Day and you providing or you giving one single rose, which is a romantic gesture.
Yeah, it is.
Which is
Right.
what
Yeah.
Valentine's
What
Day is
it's
supposed to be about.
Yeah,
Supposed to.
Yeah. So and
We know the way the world is today is everything is about money.
Yeah,
money.
I agree with you, Fred, because now you got to top what you did last year, and you got to top last year with the year after that. And each year you got to top it.
Yeah, this is how the world is made
So
up now.
So yeah,
So I feel comfortable in saying this, and this is not to hell, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Just shout out to my wife, man. She not like that, man. She when I do things for her, nice gestures, not even on Valentine's Day. If I'm doing something nice for her, it's because I want to, not because she expects it.
Right.
So Valentine's Day is just another day, and she knows that I'm going to do something nice for her, but she's not going to be disappointed if I didn't, because it's because I want to, not because she expects it.
Right.
Now, if she feels differently, I've never seen that. She's never shown me that. And if she feels differently, I will tell her, don't you ever show me that. So, another reason why I think that guys really ain't feeling Valentine's Day like that, because it's too much work and pressure on them.
Pressure, I agree with.
Yeah.
Work is not too much work, but it's definitely
It's
pressure.
the pressure of it.
yeah, topping each and every year. So if I get something big, if I do something really, really nice this year, the first thing I'm thinking about, if I get this might be an X amount of dollars. Next year, I'm gonna have to top this. And I'm willing to keep topping and top each and every year.
Yeah, because you turn it into, this is what you're turning it into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what America's turned it into. I don't know what it's like. I don't know if they do it in other countries, but in America, Valentine's Day is a major holiday like Christmas. The only thing you don't get off is work.
I ain't gonna say Christmas. I'll say like Mother's Day.
And
Valentine.
Another
yeah.
spending holiday.
Yeah,
for the women.
Exactly. Well, we get the socks and I know me. I don't know about I get the socks and underwear probably by 8 in the morning with a little breakfast, and then by 12, my kids done borrowed the money. They done bought the socks back from me. So really, I done bought my own socks.
Hold on, wait. Let's back up a little bit. So you get socks
and underwear. You know how we
for
do.
Mother's Day.
Not Mother's Day.
We was talking about Mother's Day,
but I skipped on Father's Day because you know how it is. I got emotional again.
Well, nah, you didn't mention that part.
I got emotional all over again.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Father's Day, Mother's Day,
they not the same.
2 different days.
They 2 different days.
My emotions. That's
They
it.
not the
It's
same.
just my emotions again.
Because Mother's Day.
I just said
we was talking about the.
I know, but
spend the money.
But I just said it. My emotions got the best of me again.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Slash, I'm glad you mentioned about America and what America turned it into, right?
Right.
So it shows here that as early as the 1700s, America began exchanging handmade Valentine gifts for one another. So at the end of the day, man, Valentine's, whether you celebrate it or you don't celebrate it or however you feel about Valentine's Day, at the end of the day, for men and women, if you buy your mate a gift, do it because you want to, not because they expect you to. This includes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.